What up, y'all? Welcome back to Getting Jacked with Jack Myko. Today we're doing a tutorial on how to do the single arm dumbbell row. Also, this time I got a lapel mic. I didn't know this, but AirPods do not record audio while you're doing video. Really terrible feature. Either way, got the lapel mic out, so hopefully the audio is much better this time. So let's jump right into it, all right? So I got a 20-pound dumbbell here, and let's say you're at a traditional gym, right? And you're doing rows. So if you're at a traditional gym, you're doing rows, there'd probably be a cable machine in front of you, and you'd be pulling, and it's giving you active resistance as you go back, and you pull, and you go back, etc., right? So when you're doing the pulls, what did we say last time? Supinated, pronated? You're gonna do pronated grip, right? If you're doing supinated, it's gonna, again, like the pull-up video, work out those biceps and arms more. So we're gonna do pronated grip. Let's imagine we have a little bar here, and you're gonna pull and squeeze in the back. You're gonna squeeze your rhomboid muscles, which are those muscles right between your shoulder blades. Squeeze those traps, which is your upper back up here right above your rhomboids. You're gonna squeeze those delts, which are your front delt, side delt, rear delt. We're gonna focus more on the rear. You're gonna pull and squeeze, but then you're saying, Noah, we don't have a cable machine at my home, at my garage. Whatever shall I do to work out my rear delts? Whatever shall I do if I need that sick lat pump? That's where the single arm dumbbell row comes in. So, you got a 20-pound weight over here, and I'm gonna show you how to work out them rear delts and lats real good. All right, so step one, situate yourself on a bench. Your hand posture, doesn't really matter if it's this way, that way, whatever's comfortable, whatever gets your full range of motion. Important part, you want to have your back as relatively straight as possible. That's important. You can have your leg here to support you. You just want to focus on making sure your back isn't, you want to be like this, you want to be like this. You want to be, trying to arch your back or anything, but you want to keep it nice and straight, like you're doing a plank almost, okay? So then we're going to grab our weight. Supinated, pronated. We're gonna do the pronated. Bam, pronation. Bronation? No, I'm pronation. All right, so when we're doing the cable rows, when you're pulling, you'll notice you're pulling down next to your hip line. And that's really triggering them lower lats and your rear deltoids, right? But with this, we don't have the assistance of a nice low leverage point when we're doing the rows, so you got to focus more on that point. That's why I'm doing a little lighter weight with 20 pounds here. So back to our position. All right, so we're not going to go row to our chest. You can do that. I just choose not to. I think you get a better pump out of rowing to the hip. Row to the hip, you'll feel it in your lats, you'll feel it in your rhomboids. I feel it in my delts quite a bit too. And you gotta do it almost like a rowing motion. Row. Row. Row your boat. Gently down the gain train. Right. So what we're doing, again, what did I say in all these past videos? Explosive concentric. Controlled eccentric. Explosive concentric. Controlled eccentric. Again, while we're doing this, we reach the peak here. Make sure you really squeeze. Squeeze is like you're pulling a lawnmower cord, Don't do it like that, obviously, but you hear that? You hear that? That's your gains. Right. You gotta feel it really in your rear deltoids. And it's important to focus on your rear delts. Oftentimes, people work out their front delts a lot. You're lifting, people will be hunched over. You're doing lat raises, right? Those focus quite a bit on your front delts. It's fine. Front delts are important. However, people overuse them. And what happens is your front delts will slowly pull your shoulders more in and in. And so you have people with posture like Sid the Sloth. Myself included sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. So it'll be, all sort of hunched over. We need to get them rear delts to get that muscle imbalance out the way and get our back muscles up so our chest isn't overcompensating and our front delts aren't overcompensating and pulling our whole shoulder apparatus forward. We don't want that. We want a nice, good posture, right? Maybe in a little bit, right? A little arch in the posture. So again, just as a reiteration, we'll switch sides this time. Hand placement, doesn't matter wherever it's comfortable. Get yourself nice and supported. Leg nice and supported. Right? Get yourself on a good spot. And row to the hip. Controlled send back down. Explosive concentric to the hip. Controlled eccentric. And oftentimes, I catch myself doing this all the time. So, by any means, this is not like this happens to a lot of people, I'm trying to say. Oftentimes, what will happen is people will be looking down, you know? I mean, looking down right where the lapel mic is, right? And they'll be doing this, which stretches your traps. Stretches your traps out, stretches your rhomboids a little bit, and your rhomboids and traps can't perform as well if they're stretched, right? So, same thing when you're doing push-ups. When you're doing push-ups, people will do a push-up, you know, just a pseudo push-up, and they'll have their head down, you know? We don't want that. We don't want that at all. Head nice and straight. Imagine your spine is a 2x4, not warped or anything, just straight 2x4, right? And your neck is part of your spine. So, again, I catch myself doing it all the time. I make sure it takes conscious action. All right? Roll to the hip, controlled descent. Roll to the hip, controlled descent. Roll to the hip, controlled descent. I show that without the shirt so you can see the muscle activation. Put the lapel mic down the bench, so hopefully it's good audio. All right. Explosive concentric, controlled eccentric with a squeeze at the top. Squeeze when you get to the top, like you're pushing your shoulder blades together, you know, and controlled eccentric. Whew. Again, looking that rear deltoid. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in to Getting Jacked with Jack Myco with a single arm dumbbell row. Tune in to my next video, check out my other videos, and I'll catch you guys later.